Have you ever had that person that's always in your house, always in your space, always there, and in your mind all you're thinking is, okay, it's enough, like I need my space, I need my personal space, and all of those different things? Well, today's video is going to address those situations, so stay tuned. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button below that red button and click on the bell for notifications. Hello everyone, my name is Loretta Nwandu. Welcome back to the channel. I create faith-based videos that, over familiarity breeds contempt. Proverbs chapter 25 verse 17. Let your feet be seldom seen in your neighbor's house, lest he be weary of thee. This is a word of wisdom. We have people, and I don't want anyone to take this personally and start thinking about that person in their life right now, who they're like, oh, actually, yeah, she does do that, or he does that, But I want you to look inward. That's the whole point of this video. Look inward and make sure that you're not that person who's always in someone's personal space. Especially if you have studied your friend or your spouse or whoever it is. Well, a spouse, you're married, so of course you're in each other's spaces. But if it's a friend and this person is an introvert and they need their time apart to recharge, but you're always like, guy, what's going on? Babe, let's go out. And they keep telling you, oh yeah, I'll come. And then when it comes to time for them to be there, they're like, oh, something came up. And honestly, they might just be really snuggled up in bed because that's just the personality. They don't want to go out. So you need to learn how to manage that kind of relationship so you don't end up feeling like your friend doesn't care about you. You have to understand the kind of friends you have, understand your relationships. I might be an extrovert and I always want to go out. One of my friends might be an introvert, never wants to go out. So understand the different ways to navigate and manage those relationships. If you have an introverted friend that likes to recharge by just being alone, then going out all the time isn't going to sit well with them. Sometimes they might just want movie night with just one or two people in the house or go to the movies. It just depends. So make sure you understand your friends, understand those relationships, so you don't become a burden to somebody else. Because most people are not gonna come out and say, oh, you're always up in my house, you're always up in my space, you're always disturbing me. People want to be, polite, so they might not just come right out, especially if you don't have that kind of relationship where they can be honest with you without expecting you to blow back on them. You can't always expect people to say that outrightly, but let your feet be seldom seen in your neighbor's house, lest he be weary of them. Be able to know when your own don't too much, like we'll say in pidgin, like when it's enough, like you've overstayed your welcome. Yeah, let's put it that way. Just learn to know that. Let your feet be seldom seen in your neighbor's house, lest he be weary of thee. Now, Jesus was saying that he couldn't do much in his own town, in his own country, because of overfamiliarity. They were too familiar with Jesus. Oh, it's not the son of Joseph the carpenter. They became too familiar, so they were not able to believe that he was able to work miracles amongst them. And guess what? The Bible says that he was not able to do mighty works there because of their unbelief. So don't get too familiar to where your relationships, you start treating people a certain way, you don't honor them, you don't respect them anymore, whether it's a friend, a sister, a brother, or your father, your spouse. Don't get too familiar with anyone to that point where you cannot respect when they're even telling you something that's serious. And then don't get too familiar with God. It's very, very important. Some of us are like, we've been in church forever, you've been reading the Bible, maybe you've read it 10 million times, and then when a word is being preached, you are completing all the sentences and you become too familiar. And sometimes God might be wanting to reveal something new, but because you're too familiar, you're too stuck in all the old things and the old glory, you're not able to take in the new. So my encouragement to you guys is, please do not become overfamiliar so that you don't breed contempt in your space. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time on the channel.